Hello, I'm back. I'm not using gameplay. I wanted to, but the game I'm reviewing doesn't have, I couldn't find bot play. So I'm doing a face recording thing. And also, I think I talk less when I'm not in camera. There's a cat here. So today we're reviewing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the old one, not the new one, the old one, from like 2009, I think. I think it's from 2009, actually. Like, maybe same age as me. But either way, I beat the campaign for this game. That's about all I've done. But I hate him, that cat. Either way, I beat the campaign for this game. It was awesome. It was really cool. There was a lot of cool missions. My favorite mission was called Cliffhanger. It's like the third mission in the entire game. You're sneaking into a Russian base in the snow, and I like snow levels. I think they're cool. So if you hear some noises, that's a dog. But yeah, there's a snow level called there's a snow level called Cliffhanger. There's actually multiple snow levels. They're all very cool. There's a lot of cool missions in the game. Some other ones are, I think it's, I don't remember the name of the mission, but you can't use holographic sights because an EMP went off, and so like you can't even use holographic sights. It'll just be like a blank piece of glass, so you can't really see. Now I'm just gonna go over the story. So basically, at the start of the game, you're playing as some like private in the U.S. military. You're in Afghanistan, I think, or somewhere in the middle, like somewhere in that area. And then like you're fighting terrorists as one does in the U.S. Army. And then recruited by General Shepard. He's important. Keep his name in mind. To join Task Force 141, an elite joint task force made up of people from mostly English-speaking countries. Yeah, so he's sent undercover and like this extremist organization, I think they are. Like in the last game, there's a civil war in Russia, but the people that you were fighting against there's a dog, won the civil war, and so you're fighting against one of their top guys, but he's part of another group that wants Russia to attack the U.S., so you're sent undercover to become his best friend and stuff. And then you switch over, you play as, what's his name? You play as this guy, Gary Sanderson, I think his name is, but I'm just gonna call him Roach, because that's what they call him. And you're with Soap, but for most of the game, when you look at somebody in the game, it'll have a little name thing. For most of the game, it says Captain McTavish, so I'm just gonna call him Soap, because that's shorter. So it's the Cliffhanger level. You go into this Russian base, you go retrieve this thing from a fallen satellite. There's a really cool snowmobile chase scene. It's like it's like probably my favorite part of the entire game. And then you go to a controversial mission, No Russian, where you shoot up an airport. I know it's crazy. But this one you go back to playing as that guy undercover. And so like you shoot up an airport, and so it's revealed why you shot up the airport at the end. So this guy Makarov, he's the bad guy of the game. He wants Russia to go to war with the U.S. And so to do that, he knows, like, there was some intelligence leak. He knows that your guy is American, and so he takes you with him to shoot up the airport on purpose. And so he also uses American weapons. He only uses American weapons in the mission. And so at the end he kills you, and so everybody thinks it's the Americans who did it in a false flag operation. And then like, you know, there's a lot of people angry. That's the plan, and it works. Then I think it's the next mission, Russia invades the US using, I don't know, some technology or something to make them go undetected. But yeah, and so you play as some other guy. He's not a private. Actually, I think he is a private, but and like you battle the Russians. You play as him throughout the game. But then some other stuff happens. So there's a place called Burger Town. There's a fake restaurant called Burger Town. It's really funny. I think it's a funny name. You save some guy named like Rex or something. I don't know his name. Like Gator. I don't know. Either way, it's pretty cool. That day it's really frustrating. Then you go back to playing as Roach. Okay. Wait, no. Yeah. Wait, no, before all that invasion stuff, there was... So, General Shepard, he's the leader of Task Force 141. He's like their commander. He sent like 141 to go, like, to this arms dealer that sold Makarov the weapons in Rio de Janeiro. And so you go there, okay, so there's three main people in Task Force 141 at this point. There's you, Roach, Soap, and then there's Ghost, who wears a barrel claw at all times. You never see his face, and he always wears glasses too, or some sunglasses. And so, like, he's important later. But, yeah, you guys, you go, you capture this guy. Actually, you interrogate him. And, you don't actually see it, but it's implied that it's bad. Like, they use, like, a generator or something. I think it's involved with that. I don't know. It's crazy. But, then you escape. There's a whole chase sequence, and because you fail it, like your guy fails a jump no matter what. It's crazy. And then, yeah, you know, Russia invades the US. I already went over all of that. And then you go back to Task Force 141, and so you guys are taking. So there's a group of Russian oil rigs. I almost said royal rigs. So you guys gotta go attack. You guys, you know, because they've placed explosives on them, so you and the US Marines go and attack them. You know, Ghost is there. It's pretty cool. You go and you save these hostages. There's a bunch of explosives. Take over all of them. That's that. And then from there, you go and attack a Russian gulag on the east. Okay. Oh yeah, those oil rigs. They were on the eastern coast of Russia, which is close to the western coast of the U.S. They're like off the coast of, like, they're near Alaska and Siberia where they touch. And so from there you go to a gulag, or no, Russian gulag, to free a prisoner. I forget the prisoner's number, but either way, it's a very cool mission, but it's very frustrating. You go there, you do that. It's revealed to be Captain Price from the last game. He has facial hair, and that's about it. He's probably my favorite character. And so, from this point on, detail is that his Soap, instead of being called Captain McTavish, it's Soap. And then you guys, with Price, who has now joined you, go attack a Russian nuclear submarine that they're arming. You go in there, it's another snow level, you fight through, it's really cool. You get to use predator missiles throughout the level. And, finally at the end, Captain Price goes in the submarine to disarm it, but then the nuke launches, but he was able to get it so it wouldn't hit anywhere. But then it hits I don't know, it's like blows up in the air, it explodes the U.S. satellite that crash lands and causes a giant EMP in Washington, which is where your American guy is, like that U.S. Army guy that you've been playing as. So then there's that level with the no holographic sights. It's a very cool mission. I thought it was glitched at the beginning, but I believe that it's called Whiskey Hotel. I believe that mission is called. Or, no, there's two missions. One of them is called Whiskey Hotel. And, yeah. And then you guys find out where Makarov is. There's two possible locations. One in, like, Turkmenistan or something, and one in Georgia-Russian border in the Caucasus Mountains. So you and Ghost go to the Caucasus Mountains. So you guys find he's not there, but his men are there. There's a lot of guns. There's a lot of plans. There's a lot of info. You guys go. You get it. There's basically a tower defense mission where you have to defend a thing, taking data and using claymores and stuff and guns. And then you and Ghost, you guys run away. General Shepard shows up in a helicopter. He goes, great, this mission's called Loose End. He goes, great, that's one less loose end. Shoots both of you. Then he hired a private military company, a shadow company. So he hires a shadow company, they burn you alive. Yeah, that's right. They pour gasoline on you and then he uses a cigarette to start the fire. And then in the background you can hear Captain Price saying over the radio not to trust him. They found information that he was bad. He was the one that revealed all the information to Makarov that the guy was American. That spy guy was American, because he wanted revenge, because he wanted to be known as a war hero or something. I don't know. It's a very confusing plan. I'll explain more at the end, because that's when it's revealed. But, okay, and then you switch over. I forget what the mission is called, but you play as Soap again. No, you play as Soap for the first time, which is the main guy that you actually played as in the first game, which is cool. You play as Soap. There's a really cool part where you have to fight your way through an area. But there are two other groups also fighting, so they're fighting you and each other. They're being Shadow Company and Makarov's guys. So you have to escape. So Price is actually able to make contact with Makarov, he knows your plans and stuff. He's able to get the location of Shepard. You guys go over there. You fight Shadow Company. You chase him on a boat. Then you crash his helicopter that he's in. He survives. He stabs Soap. Soap is just laying on the ground. And then Price comes in. They fight. Shepard almost wins because he's less injured. Then he explains his plan. In the last game, a nuke went off in the Middle East. I don't know where in the Middle East, but a nuke went off. He's mad because 30,000 of his men died and nobody did anything, even though they set off a nuke. And it's revealed that the nuke, and then at some point they bring up that nuke was given to that guy by Makarov. It's a whole thing. And so he wants to be known as a war hero or something, and so he planned this whole U.S.-Russian war. And then you mash a button and you pull out the knife, you throw it at him, then you guys escape with a guy named Nikolai, who's from the last game. That's the story. I spent a lot of time explaining that. It's very good, it's awesome. There's a lot of cool missions. I love the snowmobile chase. There's also a boat chase at the end of the game. Before you crash Shepard's helicopter that he's in. So yeah, overall, good game. Recommend. Bye.